I did a case in the Missouri Supreme Court and won it 4-3. And the case said that if a public defender can prove that the office of the public defender, this would be the whole state of Missouri, okay, has too many cases, then the judge can't appoint. The public defender has a duty, not just the power to do that, but the duty to do it, and no judge can order him to take more cases than he or she can competently handle, or the state, there are 353 lawyers here in Missouri. It's a big public law firm. So you can't order those people to do that if you can show that they don't have the resources to provide competent representation. So anyway, I'm ashamed of my profession on it, because we rolled over, played dead, and we gave them the illusion of a lawyer.
Of justice, right.
The illusion of justice. And that's how they filled our jails and prisons. Okay? So now I've got public defenders who can say, no, I'm not going to do it.
Tell us how you got that ability for them to say no.
We did 2 electronic surveys of a large number of lawyers. And for each one of those categories, let's talk easy, start with misdemeanor. How much time should you spend on average now, using the law of large numbers? How much time should you spend on average for communicating with a client in a misdemeanor case? That'd be the first thing you do, okay? And then how frequently should you do that? Then we take it through all the other tasks. 50% of the people responding to the survey were private practitioners. So I wanted those guys and gals in there because they got sufficient resources and they know what reasonably effective assistance to counsel is. So we do those 2 electronic surveys first to give them an idea. Well, here's where the publics are, here's where the privates are. Where do you want to go? Second electronic round, publics, privates. Now we give them the mean of that. And we say, let's all come together for the third round. And we put them together in a room. And we're going to come out of there at the end of the day with a number for every one of those tasks, for every one of those cases, okay? Misdemeanors in Missouri, they were doing about 2.3 hours on average. What did the Delphi panel say that they should do on those? 12.3? Well, imagine what that would do to our justice system. So we went into court. We said, Judge, I cannot continue to represent these people. Every time I touch one client's file, I'm taking time away from somebody else. And I can't do this anymore. So let's do this, Judge. Why don't you keep me on those murders and life without parole and maybe some high felonies? 40% of our prison and jail population could be released tomorrow morning without any public safety consequences whatsoever. You incarcerate a greater percentage of your people than any other jurisdiction in the world, okay? That would include China, okay? Because you have this great belief in cages, how important cages are. I wonder if that has anything to do with your racial past. In any event, it's a very expensive way to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, the Brennan Center report finds that if you would take that 40% out and get them what they actually need, which is not cages, which make them worse, not better, get them what they actually need, which is appropriate social services for addiction and alcohol and drugs and mental illness, etc., you would save $200 billion in the United States over the course of 10 years.
In addition to the social services, are there other options? I'm thinking of restorative justice, mediation, all of that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All
right.
Restoration, meet the victim, the apology, some sort of, what we could do if we get rid of this idea that we're going to solve this problem with caging people we're not scared of these people. We're just upset with them, okay? At best, we'd be concerned about them. Can we nationalize this? Yes. She's introduced a bill, okay, into Congress. God bless her. And she's passionate about this. And we've gotten her a sponsor in the House, in the Senate. It's called the Equal Defense Act. And here's what the Equal Defense Act says. All right, We know that the states for 50 years have not adequately funded public defense. So she provides for $1.25 billion in public defense right to the states, as long as they're willing to do what Missouri and Louisiana did, what we did in Missouri and Louisiana. Get your data together. And if I said fuck, you'll take it out of there?
No, because that's one of the gifts of being old. You get to say that.